Hey buds, ArborAndy here. Today we're going to be talking about my three grass fighters, Virizion, Chestnaught, and Breloom. I was trying to make a triple grass fighter meme team, but I wasn't having very good luck with it. I might feature a bonus battle at the end, but I decided to contest them each to see who performed the best. So let's get into it and see who the best grass fighter is. Now for these sets, we're Ultra League Classic, but for Virizion here we had to go with the Open Ultra because he is a legendary, so we went with Quick Attack that charges moves quickly, Leaf Blade for coverage, and Stone Edge for the flyers. Dream Lead up against the Swampert here. We're going to outpace him to the Leaf Blades, we get him off before the Hydro Cannon, and this will be the Hydro Cannon, so we won't have to worry too much about it. Wasn't quite the Sludge Wave, and it was a CMP tie, so this is perfect because now they're going to have to shield if they want to keep the Swampert, and they do, so that's great. And they do swap into the Giratina, this is what I'm talking about, so I bring in the Lapras here. Now this is just tank versus tank, so we're just going to go straight Surf here. I was thinking I should have built up to the Ice Beam and Beta Shield, because if you don't have it, that's what you always want to do. The Skull Bash isn't going to be very effective. It is a heavier hitting move, but between the two moves, Skull Bash is just double resisted because of Giratina's Ghost, so I'm just going to go straight Surf here. This is okay because he's got Shadow Sneak. He doesn't have Ancient Power, so we're not going to be taking super effective damage, and basically we can just let all these charge moves come through. I can build up to 2 Surfs here. I was trying to bait the beam. I should have baited it earlier, but we get a shield with it anyways, which is perfect. So now he's not going to shield this, and we can basically farm down. 2 more Ice Shards should do it. 3 more Ice Shards. Oh, we get some move. Now I think, yeah, I do shield this because I wanted to maintain switch. So because he shielded, I match the shield. Even though it's low on health, I can maintain switch. Swampert comes back in, and we do have a Surf. Farms, this is good. We can do some chip damage as we go down. Mudshots going to farm us down, but that's okay. Then we can come back in with Virizion and still outpace him. Swampert in the lead. He's probably got Earthquake. He doesn't have Sludge Wave, so we're just going to go straight Leaf Blade here and get the Swampert out of the way and see what's in the back. Saving his shield for his last mon, and it's a Togekiss. We've got him walled, and the opponent concedes. Good game there. On to our next matchup against Poliwrath. Now this is pretty positive. We just have to watch out for the Ice Punch. So we're going to build up to our Leaf Blade and throw it immediately. This is going to be warranting a shield or not. And they do let the first one go because Poliwrath do tanky. And they make a beautiful catch onto their Muck. I should have gone Stone Edge, but you'll see why I didn't, and this will be useful later on. So because we're not taking super effective from these Snarls, I'm going to build back up to the Leaf Blade and make a beautiful catch of my own back onto my Empoleon. The first one will hurt, so we will have to shield the second one, but these waterfalls are doing way more than the Snarls are. He does get to the Dark Ball first, so we do shield, and then I believe, yes, and then I can just farm down to keep switch, and I throw it here just because I didn't want him getting to a move and having to use another shield. So now he shields, that's fine, so I am going to shield myself. He really wanted to win switch there, so I think that was important, so I shield myself, and then I can just farm down here and have Drill Peck, probably for the Poliwrath to come back in. Yes, and he was out of move, so we'll see if he shields this. Oh, and he lets it go. Togekiss coming out to play. Can you see what's going to happen here? Look at what we got left. We're almost at a Stone Edge on the Virizion here. So my play is to come in with the Lapras and get this last shield. Nothing that Togekiss throws can hurt Lapras here. So even if they get the boost, this is looking like a game here. This first serve, it won't be doing much to Togekiss, but they will have to shield. And here we go. Let's get it. Virizion coming into Stone Edge's Togekiss. Boom! I know there wasn't much health, but feels good when you have a fighter taking out a Charmer. Let's get it. Rough lead into Talonflame here. So I'm going to go directly into Lapras. He throws 2 Incinerates and swaps. Then we bait out a Meganium. So this is okay. Since I've built up all this energy, I have to shield here. I'm going to bluff a Ice Beam here. I'm not even going to Skull Bash here because there's no point. The next Frenzy Plant will just have to take us out, and I really want to come back in with Virizion here and gain some farm, because Meganium's got Frenzy Plant and Earthquake. They can't touch us on Virizion here, so we can chip away here, and I'm just going to keep chipping with Surf. I'm not going to throw a lot of damage here, but we can quick attack all the way down and gain a ton of energy. So that's what my play is here. I saved the Empoleon for the Talonflame. So we come back in, start farming him all the way down, and he realizes this, comes back in with the Talonflame, and we immediately swap into our Empoleon here. We're not going to have to shield the first one, this is just a flame charge, but we will have to shield the second one. But we're already at a Hydro Cannon, and they beat us to the next charge move, so I have to shield this. My play is to farm this all the way down, because they still have 2 shields, and I can't throw anything. So Talonflame down, and I imagine the Meganium comes back in. Yes, and we throw the Pvpoke immediately. This is going to be going for super effective damage, but again, we don't have to shield on Virizion. Almost. Okay, so yeah, this Frenzy Plant coming through is going to KO us, but again, we can come back in with Virizion and quick attack all the way down and finish getting to that Stone Edge. Oh yeah, watch this Frenzy Plant coming through. The Earthquake. Nah-uh. Not going to cut it. Sorry, Meganium. Try again later. And a Gallade comes in. Okay, now this is a race. That was confusion number 1. All we have to do is get to 3 Leaf Blades. First one gets the shield. That's perfect. This second one isn't going to be KOing, but it will be doing probably about a third of Gallade's health. Yeah, that second confusion, and we get to our second Leaf Blade. Now, I debated going Stone Edge, but it not getting stabbed and Gallade being a fighter, it would be resisted. That was their third confusion. Now, this is just the Leaf Blade. Question is, does it KO? Virizion holds on. One more confusion, one more quick attack, and we simultaneously KO. I think we switched in late there. If we had switched in a little bit earlier, we may have been able to get that quick attack off before the confusion going through. So you rough lead, have to swap immediately, and we bait out a Lapras. I'm going to play for the extra waterfall here, and we get it. We get 2 Drillpecks here. We just get as much chip damage off as we can. We resist everything coming out of Lapras. Unfortunately, a Skull Bash is going to hurt, but we're going to outpace this Lapras and just be able to spam off these Drillpecks. Getting the shield, very nice. Even Drillpeck wouldn't have done much to Lapras even after this Skull Bash. But it does allow us to get probably a little bit more farm and make this match a little bit closer. We are resisting, double resisting the Ice Shards due to Empoleon's Water and Steel type. And they throw. This is just a Surf. We still survive this, and I think we might even make it to the next Drillpeck, because the Ice Shards double resist, and we do! We get to the next Drillpeck. This is going to be taking out the Lapras, even though they've been buffed on their defense. We're in Drillpeck range. Giratina comes back in, 1 Shadow Claw, no worries. This is perfect. We've lined the Lapras up perfectly with the Giratina. And Switch Clock's not uneven, so this is good too. They're going to throw a move, and this is just going to be 2 tanks throwing moves back and forth until we bait out the Mewtwo. And this is so rough, because all we have is Virizion left. We have a confusion user, especially Armored Mewtwo here against Virizion. How are we going to play this out? I'm just going to be spamming off these Surfs. It could have gone for the next Ice Beam, but we get the last shield. This is perfect. Mewtwo is going to throw a Dynamic Punch here. This is going to hurt. But we're going to switch into the Virizion. Call me crazy here, but let's go. I'm just aiming for that Stone Edge. Let's get it. And we get to it. This Stone Edge isn't going to quite KO the Mewtwo because it's neutral damage, but it's going to do a ton of damage. Oh my goodness. Just about KOs, but the Mewtwo's out of move. I'm just going to let this go. What's it going to be? Dynamic Punch. My goodness. And we're going to get to another Leaf Blade. This Leaf Blade is going to be taking out the Mewtwo, and Virizion is going to be a Psychic counter. Confirmed. Goodbye, Mewtwo. Get out of here. Giratina comes back in to farm us down, which is unfortunate because now they're ahead on energy, and we've got 1 shield, but they're ahead on health. So, unfortunately, this is going to be a losing matchup that we're going to have to endure, but it was so worth it. It was so worth it taking out a Psychic type with Virizion. Some of these losses, you don't even care that they're a loss. Just something great like that happens in a match. You gotta love it. Fighter taking out a Psychic. Let's go. Go ahead, throw your Dragon Claw. I'm gonna lose with style here. I didn't quit out. I wanted to play this out. Thank you, Good Sir, for that match. One more Shadow Claw. We're not able to get to the start. GG's. On to our next one. Pretty neutral lead up against Escav. Just have to watch out for Aerial Ace. Maybe an Acid Spray debuff. Now, I bait here with the Leaf Blade, but I throw on CMP. This was just 7 counters, so this was just a drill run, so I don't have to shield this one. And if they're smart, they're going to shield because we're threatening with Stone Edge or Close Combat. They could do a ton of damage. Now we bait, so we outpace. This was only 5 counters, so we can throw the Stone Edge, and we'll see what they decide to do. They let it go, which is okay. Quick Attack isn't going to farm them down. Now, this is also a drill run, which we don't have to shield, but Virizion was low in health. I wanted to see what else they had. They weren't switching out either. So we simultaneously swap into Empoleon and Giratina here. This is a pretty good dominating match for us. I mean, it's going to be close, but we will win. We're just going to go straight Drill Peck here. Hydro Cannon would be resisted against a Dragon, and Drill Pecks do neutral damage. So we're doing about the same damage to us, but Dragon Breath is still OP. I mean, Giratina still taking us, whittling us down very slowly, even with these Dragon Claws. So they're going to sort of be ahead on us on energy and damage, but we can spam these Drill Pecks out, and as you see, doing a ton of damage. Even this Dragon Claw is not going to KO, so I'm just going to let it go, and yeah, probably get a couple more waterfalls in, but we do get to the Drill Peck. We'll see what they decide to do here, if they shield or not. We win back switch. Very nice. Now our Virizion doesn't have to shield, and they only get 1 counter, which is good. We can come back in here with Virizion Yakas are going to take super effective. So we switch out, and we get a charm damage off on Virizion. That's brutal, but this is okay. We're good. I wanted to stay in here and just not throw Surf, encourage them to throw. So there we go. There's all their energy, and we can just build up to 2 Surfs here and just throw them both, because Grand Ball's pretty glassy here. One's going to get the shield, the next one's going to be pretty close to taking them out, not quite. We get a couple Ice Shards in, and we're going to leave with another Surf, I believe, yeah, because they're not going to be able to charm us down. And we just, that wasn't even undercharging, so we get to leave with a Surf and take this Escav out before we get countered down. That was a little late on the switch, so we may have gotten countered down on Virizion there. Good game. And Virizion goes positive with a 3. Chestnaught is number 2 up on our contender list here. We're going to go with Vine Whip, Superpower Energy Ball. We're going to use him to his full potential here, Grass and Fighting. I found Jar Ball takes too long to get to, but and we're saving Smackdown for another video. So first lead, Rough into a Charmer here. Got to swap directly into Empoleon here. Go for the extra Waterfall, and we do make it to our 2 Hydro Cannons. Fire them off back to back here. Get some chip damage off on this Snorlax, and getting a shield. I was going to shield. I'm pretty sure this is just the Body Slam. I just, 1 superpower would have KO'd. Got to get better at counting licks. Who counts licks, right? Anyways, getting this next Hydro Cannon off. Doing a lot of chip damage. This is good. Getting a little bit of lag. Also not good. So I shield here just in case. They do want... Snorlaxes do try to fire off that superpower before they go down, so I shield is just in case, plus that lag here. And we also have to get a move off to fire at this Charmer here. Getting the last shield, perfect. We're not going to get charmed down. We're going to get 1 more Hydro Cannon off here before we go down and take this Gardevoir off, because Chestnaught is basically useless here, and you'll see why in a second. Taking out the Gardevoir, what's in the back? Another Blaziken, yeah. So we got to use... Chestnaught to sack at this point. Blaze Kick will survive, but it's a Blast Burn. We barely survive. Do get to this Stone Edge, and because Blaziken is neutral, this will be taking him out. Fighting resists and Fire Take super effective. Goodbye Blaziken, good game. Okay, into our next match. Up against an Ultra League Shadow Kingdra. Okay, my thought process here was just straight Energy Ball. You know, Shadows, it'll be enough. But we get beat to the charge move, and not gonna lie here, we lose the bait game. Okay, so shielding up an Octazooka, not good. Shielding up an Energy Ball, also not good. Now, play here is to build up to 2 superpowers. What do? Throw the Energy Ball. I'm not Don't know why I didn't think they were going to use both their shields. I was, this is a mistake, and I shield this. The Nocturne will still take us out. I should have swapped. I mean, I don't even think even swapping at that point was, see, it was even, it was pointless, basically. Yeah, this Venusaur, both shields are down, and they beat us to the CMP both times here. We do get to a Stone Edge, but look how much that Frenzy Plant does. We can take one. We're not going to survive the next one. So we do get to the Stone Edge, but we lose CMP. So that this Aggron is also useless here. And so is my Chestnaught. So I have to farm this thing all the way down with Empoleon just to... Well, depending on what's in the back. So I have to farm this thing all the way down. We can survive one Frenzy Plant. 2 OKO, and then we might get Vinewed down after. Yeah, no, 2 OKO, definitely. So we do get to... I swap on Chestnaught. Okay, perfect. This is okay. Right? This is okay. We get the next Harket. Empoleon here. Forget it! I no bubble that, obviously. Goodbye. On to the next one. Losing the baiting game there. Anyways, on to the next one. Up against Trevenant. Rough lead. And you're going to see something here. Switching a water onto a grass type. What are you thinking, dude? But he switches out, so this is perfect for us. So now we can line that Trevenant up with our Aggron. And the other beautiful part of this match is that, one, he didn't shield. 2, we can farm this thing all the way down. Dark Pulse might hurt a bit. Yeah, so we're going to have to shield the next one, but the perfect thing is that we can farm this thing all the way down. And I was planning on using a shield, but we get to farm him down, so perfect. Ahead on energy, ahead on shields, because we've got 2 Drill Packs ready for the Trevenant. This Chestnaught does not want to see Trevenant, so we really need these shields. These Drill Packs will be getting both shields, and we can come in with Aggron. Perfect. Get farmed down, not a big deal. And this is why I was keeping Aggron alive there in 2 shields. We could just come in and farm this thing all the way down. I wasn't quite sure what I was predicting in the back. Probably a water, so I didn't want Aggron to go down. But something really funny is going to happen too. Also, I don't know why I showed this. Seed Bomb, we get baited again. And a Sylveon comes in, and we've already got a Stone Edge. And you're thinking, what's he doing switching his fighter onto a Charmer again? But we need to whittle this thing down before taking it perfect. Now we can farm it down with Aggron, even if we didn't get to that superpower. Because you'll see this. Sylveon's out of Psyshock, and that Psyshock isn't going to cut it. We're already at a Stone Edge. We're just going to farm this thing all the way down, and we've got a Stone Edge ready for the Trevenant there. So... props to Chesnaught for taking out a Trevenant team. GG's there, Trevenant. Let's get it. That match was an example of when you want to switch your weakness onto the opponent, because sometimes you do need to chip it away to make it better for your stronger Pokemon. So anyways, this match here, we sort of not really get walled by Escav here because the superpowers will hurt. They're shielding up that energy ball for some reason. We do need to watch out for Aerial Ace, and that Mega Horn also would have taken us out. That's also rough because it's bug. Now it is neutral, but it would have done a ton of damage. It did get a buff, Drill Run, shielding up a Drill Run, not all good. But yeah, Mega Horn did get a buff this season, so that would have been either A, taking us out, or getting us very low. And they'd shield again, perfect, getting both their shields, throwing a superpower just for some chip damage before we swap out ourselves into our Empoleon. And we wall Gyarados as well, minus the crunch is neutral. But I believe we're going to be able to get to both these Drill Packs before they get to 2 crunches here. Even if they get to 2 crunches, I believe they doesn't KO. This Drill Pack doing a ton of damage to Gyarados. We can even come back in with Chestnaught and farm down, get ahead on energy, and see what's in the back. And we lose CMP both times. This is... you gotta love it. Gotta look that up to see if Gyarados wins CMP over Empoleon, or if it was just lag today, because that's brutal. But come back in here with Chestnaught, farm down, and just see what's in the back there. Notifications coming up, blocking that out. Beautiful. Escav coming back in. And we do get to throw the superpower. This isn't going to be taking him out completely, but getting him very low, because we can't Aggron doesn't want to see that counter damage. This Escav is going to have to throw, and that's what I wanted to do. I'm staying in because he had to throw. So now we're not going to get drill run on our Aggron, and this is perfect. We can farm down, or he swaps out, and this is rough. 2 Surfs is going to KO, but are we going to get to our Stone Edge before this Lapras gets the 2 Surfs? Let's see. We're already at 1. This does not KO. Let's see. Boom! 1. Oh, let's get it. Farming down the Escav. Oh, I forgot about that one. That was beautiful. On to the next one here. Beauty lead into Ampharos here. And now they're staying in. So they're obviously focus blasting. I think going for the focus blast here. So I'm just going to go straight energy ball here. Don't want to debuff ourselves with superpower. Perfect. Letting it go. Getting in that extra volt switch. Perfect. I'm even going to sort of flex and let this go, and it was a focus blast. We're not even going to get farmed down by volt switches. And a poison jab Rosary comes in. I switch immediately to Aggron. And Rosarade's pretty glass here. That was too quick to be a Grass Knot. Yeah, it was just a Weather Ball. And I think that's Rosarade's play here, is just hucking Weather Balls at us. I'm not going to give them the chance to get to the Grass Knot or Leaf Storm here, so I'm just going to go Stone Edge. Getting a shield, perfect. And farm probably the rest of the way down. I'm going to shield just in case this is Grass move. It's not going to be KOing. Oh, Leaf Storm. Oh, it would have. Yeah, the Leaf Storm's pretty strong, and it would have been taking us out. Perfect. Farming down the Roserade. Ampharos coming back in, and we've got a Stone Edge ready to go, but we farm him down. We wanted to see what the last Pokemon was, and unfortunately it's a Honchkrow. This is a little overkill here, getting that last shield. Trying to catch something on probably Dark Pulse there on Chestnaught. Throwing the superpower, taking him out anyways. Good game to that Spice Sword. Getting that 4-1. And our final contender is Breloom, and we're going to go with Counter, Seed Bomb, and Sludge Bomb for the Fairies. Now, Breloom's the only Grass Fighter that does have access to Counter, so we're going to see how this goes. Dragonite, bad lead, switch into Empoleon, and we bait out a Magnezone. Absolutely wonderful. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this cannon here and get some chip damage off, or a shield, which is perfect. Just gonna let this go. Even if they bait me, we could probably get to another Hydro Cannon, but they're gonna Wild Charge here. Does give us less farm on the Breloom, but we can still counter down and get some farm. And we have another Wild Charge coming our way. This is debuffed, but Breloom's a Glass Cannon. Debuffed Wild Charge still does a lot, my goodness. That's okay. Gonna try to get to the Sludge Bomb here, and we do. Perfect. So they're not expecting this. Boosh. Get sludged. Switching to Aggron, bait out another water type. Wonderful. We're gonna try to make the Thunder here, and we do. So this should be getting the final shield because they're just gonna Dragon Talus down on the Dragonite. That's still a good game. I think it's looking like, yeah, I surrender. So anyways, on to the next one. We got Breloom, perfect Dream Lead up against the Steel type, and exactly why I run Counter. Even if it was running Bullet Seed, it does charge quickly. Now you could run Bullet Seed Dynamic Punch in this way, I guess sort of like an inverted Toxicroak. Wild Charge still doing a ton of damage, but we're going to be able to counter down. Venusaur comes back in, and I throw the Sludge Bomb. I think I should have baited here, but throwing a double resisted bait feels bad if they don't shield. That feels better, getting that damage off. Throw the Seed Bomb. Gonna, again, double resisted. Couldn't make that Sludge Bomb. Getting a shield, perfect. So Breloom has done its job. We're gonna get resisted Vine Whip down. Again, Breloom being a Glass Cannon. Like, he's good because he's got counter, but again, I think he's, you know, he needs shields, right? He's a Glass Cannon. Coming in here to this Venusaur. We can take one Frenzy Plant, but we have got 2 shields here, so I'm gonna shield one of these. Swampert coming in. That was probably a bad shield, but we'll see how this goes. Gonna get to this Hydro Cannon here. Now I have to call this bait, because if I do, then I'm down a shield, then he can just Earthquake us. So even if he does, I guess the opponent's win condition was throwing the Earthquake there. But you're gonna see what happens here. We don't make the next Hydro Cannon. What's it gonna be? Any Sludge Waves! Win condition swatted! Well, just about, I think. Gonna come down, Waterfall, get the last shield with this Drill Peck here, looking like a good game for the opponent. No point. We can just come back here and smack down. See, again, we can take one Frenzy Plant, but going to shield it up. Don't want to take any chances. Smack down this Venusaur and take the win. Let's go. This is the same Breloom that I used in my Ultra Arbor video for my first one. Again, another Dream Lead into Swampert. And yeah, I think that was the video that I did Sludge Bomb a Sylveon. We had a Charm Lead, and I just wanted to play it out. I knew I was getting charmed down, but I made it to the Sludge Bomb and they didn't expect it. So yeah, it can be a little spicy. And I bait here, which was not ideal because they're not going to shield this, but who knows, right? That's why you throw the Sludge Bomb, because it is unexpected. People forget that Breloom does have Sludge Bomb. It doesn't get stabbed though, unfortunately. Blast Burn's still doing a lot. Sludge Bomb doesn't get stabbed, but it does throw people off guard. Throwing this Stone Edge here, it's going to be resisted because Swamper's ground type. But getting a shield, so that's pretty good. We're still up a shield. Coming back in with the Breloom, I believe, because we can get to the next Seed Bomb here. All we have to do is just show one of these Hydro Cannons. Again, Breloom's a glass cannon. That Hydro Cannon would have taken us out. Even the Earthquake would have taken us out. We do get to that Seed Bomb, and I think this is going to be taking out the Swampert if they don't shield. We're going to just have to see what's in the back. And perfect, yes. Oh, and again, we switch a water onto a grass type, and you think, what's this guy thinking? But the lag favors us this time. I think, yes, that was the opponent lagging. So they only have, so our game lags too. They let the Drill Peck go through. They can take one. And they're getting Waterfall down. So at this point, they've only made one Shadow Ball, unless I've been counting wrong. The lag was catching up to me on this one. So we do make that Drill Peck. It's not going to be shielded up, I guess. They can Waterfall down as unfortunate lag there, but good game to that opponent. And pulling on another perfect lead. All we have to watch out is for Drill Peck. They throw through waterfalls, 2 waterfalls, sorry, and again, throw in the Sludge Bomb. But I think because they've swapped this in, they will shield. Yeah, because Typhlosion, it does take a lot of damage from probably Dynamic Punch too, so that's what they're probably worried about. Anyways, coming in here with this Aggron, gonna be able to smack down. But yes, Blast Burn still does a lot to Aggron. That's the only downside. Like, there's no Bastiodon, I guess, in the Ultra League, so we gotta deal with Aggron for now. He's still a good Pokemon, although Smackdowns still add up here, and we get Charmed Down. That's unfortunate here, but we do have Empoleon, and Empoleon's just a beast. He's another one of my Pokemon that has survived many a battles with 1 HP in a dream. So getting that Hydro Cannon off, we're going to be able to Waterfall down here, and yeah, the Psyshock. Don't have to worry about nothing. Not going to shield here, because what we're worried about in the back does more damage than this Charmer could do. And we're down on the Empoleon Mirror match. I think they're probably ahead on energy. It's 1-to-1 shields, but they're ahead on energy and health on us. This is probably looking like a loss, yeah. Because, oh, maybe. No, you know what? No, this is, I do win, yeah, right. Because this one will be getting the shield, the next one will be taking it out. The shiny, there you go. Shinies do more damage. Shinies are better. Always likes the shiny. On to the next one. On to Escav. Now, similar to all the other matches, the only, like I said many times here, the only difference is that Breloom's pretty glassy. Drill Run still would be doing a ton of damage even though it's resisted. But what I've learned in this match, since we have Counter, which is neutral against Escav, I bait with the Seed Bomb here, still get the shield, and we can just go straight Seed Bomb after this. So, at least if you build up to the Dynamic Punch and fake it, getting a shield, you can just go straight Seed Bomb after and counter down. Even if you don't counter down here, we're going to let this go. I don't think it's worth a shield. We can come in with an Empoleon and start farming. Take 1 counter damage, but that's not too big of a deal. And we're going to see a Swampier come in. It's going to go ahead and throw the Hydro Cannon right away. I think it didn't want to play out the extra Waterfall here. Exactly, I just wanted their last shield. Now they throw on 6 just after we throw our cannon, so this is just going to be theirs, but I felt there was a bit of lag, so that was a pretty bad shield. Then you're going to see why here in a second, because I tried to catch another Hydro Cannon onto Aggron and just sack, trying to catch an Earthquake, but we just caught Swampy Air's Watery Hands, and about to get farmed down until a Snorlax comes in, and I realize even after throwing this Stone Edge, it's not going to cut it, so gonna Northwest ourselves on out of here. Breloom getting that 3, but due to a couple of misplays, I think we can round up and give him a 4. Well, here we are with the scores, with Chestnaught being the winner. To be fair though, I had fun running all 3, but if you wanted to be serious and climb out of the 3 of them, I'd probably pick the Chestnaught. They just kind of dummied Virizion with Quick Attack and Takedown, and Breloom can be very versatile with its moveset. But I'm still giving the play of the day to Virizion for taking down a Mewtwo. That was crazy. But let me know in the comments which one was your favorite. I'll see ya buds next time. I've been ArborAndy.